It's good to go. So, Allie, can you hear me now? It's your new headphones. Okay. Okay, you can hear on your computer? Okay. I'm glad I figured it out. And you are set up. Yeah, okay. Yep, you're all set up for interpretation. Great. Yay. Hey, Carmen. Good morning.
Hi, Doma. This is Carmen. Hi. You know, we're going to go to North Carolina June 9th till the 13th, so we'll be there on Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday, June the 11th. We'll be there in the Gompa.
Oh, wonderful.
I know.
Fantastic.
It's been
Wednesday, June 11th is Sakadawa, so we're doing evening class and refuge ceremony. Well,
I
in place
know.
of the evening class. Is that why you're coming?
Not really, but we got lucky.
Oh,
But
okay, great.
yeah, we got
Fantastic.
lucky.
Wonderful. Look forward
Yeah.
to seeing you, Carmen.
Me too. Okay. Bye.
Good morning, everyone. Hey, Marty. Hey, Ann. Marcelo. Hello. Morning,
Hi,
everyone.
hi.
Hey,
Good
Erica.
morning.
So since it is about 10:30, if everyone that's here in person can come on in and find a seat, Geshe should be arriving shortly, any minute now. And if you're online, just a quick reminder that if you're on Zoom, I should say, if you can keep your video on, if possible. Geshe does like to see everyone. We have a monitor set up for him, and he does like to see everyone online, and it makes you more part of the class. Good morning, Venerable Tenzin Lamo.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day. Hi, Peter. Nico. So I was just reminding everyone on Zoom, if you can keep your cameras on, it's wonderful. We really appreciate it. If for some reason you can't, that's okay too, but I do encourage you to keep your camera on if you're able to. It enables Geshe-la to be able to see everyone online and interact with you a bit more intimately. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Geshe-la's here. He's circumambulating. He'll be in just a sec. So again, good morning to those of you who have just joined. Geshe-la has arrived. He'll be walking in just a second.
Good morning. So sorry, usually we have flower for the mothers. So today we forgot, so just please visualize you are receiving each one of you before the class. From bottom of my heart, Happy Mother's Day. Amen.
Please turn to page 34 in the Gold Prayer Book, and we will begin with the Shakyamuni Buddha mantra. Tayata mune mune maha munaye soha. Tayata Mahamunaye Soha. Tayata Mune Mune Mahamunaye Soha. Now the four measurables we will say twice in English and then skip to page 37 and chant it once in Tibetan. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings be inseparable from the happiness that is free from suffering. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment for friends and hatred for enemies. Now, page 37. Sem Chen Che De Wadang De Wei Gyudang Den Park Jig Dung Dang Du Gi Gyudang Drawa Gyu Chig Dung Me Pe Dewa Dang Mi Drelwar Gyur Chig Nye Ring Chak Dang Ni Dang Drelwei Tang Yam Lane Par Gyur Chig. Now, the Chenrezig verse of praise and mantra. Not veiled by any fault, white in color, whose head a perfect Buddha crowns in light, gazing compassionately at all beings, to you, Chenrezig, all seeing one, I prostrate. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And the Tara verse of praise and mantra. Tari liberates from psychic existence. Tutari liberates from the 8 fears. Ture liberates from all sickness. I prostrate to the liberator, Mother Tara. Om Tari Tu Tari Ture Soha. 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 And now on page 34, Geshe-la will lead us in the Refuge and Bodhicitta prayer. Chudam Soki Chognamha, Changchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi, Dagi Chunyen Gi Pesunam Gi, Drola Pinchir Sange Drupar Shok. Chudang Soki Chognam La, Changchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi, Dagi Chunyen Gi Pesunam Gi, Drola Pinchir Sange Drupar Shok.
Sanje
Chudang Soki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chinyen Gi Pesonam Gi Drola Pinchir Sange Drupar Sho.
Lada Lame Namio, Jay Ombono, Jajin Lazo, Chuja Chola Chawacha, Sanja Sundra Rodo, Denashia. Namolaya Gada Luda Nejanga to Boda, Namia Gana Nando, Kunja Nona Juzo, Tamja Kedo Nage Chete. Kange Tuze Nyazone Tawan, Tamja Tenzamo,
Children and parents who are here for the family program, are you free to go ahead and head out for your program now? Thank you.
Yeah, second good morning. Second good morning. Short introduction, please. Short introduction. Good morning, Venerable Tenzin Lamo. Good morning, Venerable Lobsang Thamje. Good morning. And good morning, Alejandra Chedin. Good morning, Susanna. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning. Good morning, Nagarjuna. Good morning, Marcelo. Fernanda, good morning. Good morning, Melissa. Good morning. Good morning, Joanna. Good morning, Marty and Ann. Good morning, Panditji Pati. Good morning. Good morning, Cameron, Paul. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning, few invisible being. Anybody watching YouTube, good morning.
Good morning to everyone online, on Zoom. Happy Mother's Day. On YouTube, Happy Mother's Day. Even if you're not a mother, Happy Mother's Day. We've all been mothers to all sentient beings at some point. So happy Mother's Day. All right, everyone. You can wrap up your hellos.
Perfecto, maravilloso, buen día.
Yeah. Maybe first 9 round breathing meditation, okay? 9 round breathing meditation. First, let me explain. Rigpa means usually means like thought. Rigpa, thought, could mean thought. If my pronunciation is not good, please correct. I don't mind. Thought and awareness. Same thing, thought, awareness, consciousness. Of course, there's no different like layers, gross, subtle, very subtle. So when you talk about, generally when you speak about consciousness, thought, awareness, this all same, this all means same thing, pretty much same thing. Rigpa. So then, sometimes like Rigpa, it has like deeper meaning. So deeper meaning, that's not what we are discussing here, deeper meaning. So here we are just talking about thought. Rigpa. Tang means clear thought. Clear thought is called tang. Nik means like it's kind of like messy thoughts, kind of mess, not positive. So this 9 round breathing meditations, in order to meditate successfully, in order to do productive meditations, your mind needs to be, at least the best, needs to be positive, if not then neutral, like almost like white fabric. You can dye any color. These are all mentioned in the text hundreds of years ago. It's not just like last night somebody just made it up. So Rigvatani Leparches. So now what's happening here? What's happening in our day-to-day? This is also very important to understand for the sake of knowledge. What's happening? There's so much thoughts happening, all kind of thoughts that rise, all kind of thinking about this, thinking about that, all kind of thoughts. Every thought that comes with, literally is called like wind, but doesn't mean wind that blow things. It's not that type of wind. Then here in English they translated energy. All the movement. There's like inside this body, our own existence, very complex. It's like there's so much to learn. And very little we know. How why we're blinking, why we can move. These are all done according to Vajrayana teachings. They are like chakras, and there's channels. They merge. How many? 72,000 channels. And there's energy, whatever you call oxygen or energy, whatever. And some energy never comes out, it just remains in the body. It just remains all over the body, it just remains. It only comes out when time of death. So when people take long breath, that means that energy eventually come out. And then after that we are dead. So there's so much to learn, and some people they are to learn, then they utilize them, then they again like all kind of things that ordinary people cannot even like conceive what they can do. These are all done with these practices. So according to their teachings, every thought that comes with energy, see, out of many thoughts, some of them are very tight. It's not meaning they say not balance. That's the exact word they use in teaching, not balance. Well balanced, not balance. Imbalance, balance. What do you mean imbalance? Oh, imbalance means that energy, when the thought become tight, so that energy become not flexible. So that and that whole thing, the thought, the energy is very imbalanced, means tight. So where that energy goes, it doesn't go to somebody else, it goes to the channels. Then a lot of them get stuck, so that cause physical discomfort. Then they contribute to the mental discomfort. So that's why this 9-round breathing meditation is the mechanism of meditation, how to get rid of those wasted lung roll, wasted energy. How we waste? Because our thought become tight. Our thought is imbalanced, not well balanced. Well balanced will produce comfort in the physical, in the mind, flexible thought. Tight thought, that's called imbalance. So that's what's happening in every time. So there's so much of them get stuck into the channels, so then that cause physical discomfort. Sometimes just become, how you say, cranky for no reason. No. You think there's no reason, there is reason why you experience like that. So the 9-round breathing meditation is supposed to help you to clear out those wasted energy that's stuck into the channels. So this meditation does require proper sitting. So proper sitting, like make sure the first and foremost more important things, make sure the back is straight. What do you call the side of the house? There's like side of the house, there's something, side of the house that gutter.
Yeah, it's a gutter.
Yeah. In India or Nepal, so if you've been there, like countryside of Nepal, if you went to hiking all the way to Everest Base Camp, so then you see between the village there's like bamboo. Then there's the water that runs through. Then people just can drink like this. There's no water bottle. You make your hand is a water bottle, then you go like that, drink. So the water, what do you call that?
Like a duct.
Maybe you don't have one. Maybe you don't have name. Anyway, it's like the closest thing that you have is gutter. So that that if there's a lot of lift, the stuck, the water pours all over the place. Don't go through smoothly. Similar, that to make a piece of bamboo or wood needs to be clean, straight. So the water runs smoothly. Analogy they use for channels. If you sit straight, almost like the stack of coins, they use analogy, stack of coins, like that straight. So then the channel is going to be straight. So then the energy will run like water through this gutter smoothly, doesn't get stuck. Okay, that's the main reason. This is for the sake of knowledge. Next time if somebody asks, you can at least help them to understand why you sit. It's not just imitating something. It has meaning. It's not just imitating something. So then when you look at there, the medicine Buddha, Tanga right there, big one, you see there's 2 heel. What do you call heel? Feet.
Sole of the feet. Sole.
Yeah, sole of feet. You see on the lap, that's very hard way to sit. So the most of the times, like in the monastery, I think some monks probably able to sit, but most of them have water cross. But sitting there, there's a lot of benefit. It's hard, it's not easy. It's hard, but it's sitting there, the structures, they're designed to help boost your concentrations. If you sit like this, then concentrate is hard. No, it's not that. That's not the best way to meditate like this. Otherwise, you can meet. There's a reason why you said like this kind of helps with the whole the physical structures. It's not just imitating something. It's like there's a reason to help your single-pointed meditations to be stronger. Okay. So now, then you use your left finger to block the left nostril. What is this called? This is called 9-round breathing meditations. There will be 3 rounds, each round 3 breathing. The 3 times 3, there's 9. Then there's 3 rounds. That's called 9-round breathing meditations. Why you do that? So to differentiate like thought that's not good, thought that's kind of clean, fresh. So basically, right now it's all mixed. So you're trying to separate them. Doing the 9-round breathing meditation, then your mind becomes settled. So then from there, much easier to think something positive. Much easier to think something positive. That's what you do. When you meditate, you're trying to think something positive. So then according to Buddhism, there's structures. There's a structure how to do that. It's not just all it's hard to think something positive like if you're doing 1 hour meditation, there's structures that you follow that kind of lead step by step. So then 1 hour you only have positive thought. That's what we need. And then life will be happier, more flexible. Then life becomes easygoing. More negative thought, more stress, anxiety, fear, anger. It's not good for life. It's not good. It's not good for your life. It's not good for people around you. It's not good for them either. So that's why this non-breathing meditation will separate, okay, differentiate, clearly differentiate. Tang clear, nik means to waste it or no longer use kind of garbage. A lot of thought. I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry to use this word, but a lot of thought. There's a lot of garbage. There's a lot of garbage. It's not good. It's not good. So use your left finger. So then block your left nostril. Inhale, long inhale, all the way in from the right nostril. So then repeat this 3 times. Of course, the nose needs to be clean. Otherwise, pressure jewel will come out. Pressure jewel. So then, right hand, same finger, block. Second round, there's 6. So now, from both nostrils, you can do that multiple times. So then after that, if you want to continue breathing meditation, so then we breathe, as I said, you have heard this many times, we breathe in and out 21,000 times a day. We breathe in and out, believe or not. So far, I never count, to test, to check whether that's correct or not correct. I didn't count, so you are welcome to count, so help us. But according to teaching, you said Nidijigdong is 21,000. So it's not like we are learning how to breathe. No, we know how to breathe. We breathe 21,000 a day, 21,000 times a day. We are not learning here how to breathe. What we are trying to do here, the second part of these meditations, we are not putting any force. We are not putting any force. We are just letting the body breathe naturally. Naturally. You don't hear the sound, there's no sound because there's no force. Are we learning? No, we are just paying attention. That's all we are doing. We are not learning how to breathe naturally. We breathe naturally. But most of the time, we are not aware. We are not aware. We are not aware. So here, we're trying to pay attention. That's all we are doing. Pay attention. See if that helps paying attentions, good attentions. If not 100% paying good attentions, just sitting there doing nothing. Yeah, focusing on breathing, but not making yourself breathe. It's just being their natural process of breathing. When we breathe, we're just trying to understand, trying to have some mindfulness and giving attentions how you breathe naturally. So this will supposed to help stop wandering mind. If the mind starts to wander, this meditation is supposed to help the wandering mind. Then make you relax. Lung chamlapap. That's what it's called. This meditation called lung chamlapap. So just do that. After 9 hours breathing meditation, just sit. The back straight, just sit. The hand like some people do this, some people, according to Tibetan Buddhists, we put left out, right up, above, then you touch. So I think that also, I'm not going to explain every detail, but like that, this hand, some people do like this. This is too much, you don't need to do like that. Just place. So then a lot of energy, a lot of focus will go there. Just place your hand on your lap. Check to just 4 fingers below your belly button. It doesn't need to measure, you don't have to measure. Then they're touching this finger, so that's kind of signify the channels, as I said, 72, 72, not 71, sorry, 72,000 channels. So certain channels, they're related to altruistic attitude, bodhicitta, that's what they say. So touching these 2 thumbs together somehow generate that energy that helps you to become more kind, more caring, more kind about well-being of other sentient beings. So that's why this 2 thumbs has been touching. And then, so then there's another deeper meaning, so that we are not going to talk about here. So this is just touching fingers. So for the sake of knowledge, if you say why you touch, there's 2 channels from the bodhicitta called altruistic attitude. So the touching that kind of generate that energy supposed to help to boost your caring, loving of the well-being of the living beings. So then 9-round breathing meditation, then you do 9-round breathing meditation. You can do 1 or 2 or 3 set. Each set 3. You can do 1 set and you can do 2 set. Then after that, just watch how you breathe naturally. Just be aware. Your natural breathing process. Natural means there's no force. Like it's just natural and just paying attention. And see what happens. Okay? Oh yeah. So then after that, what time we need to stop, Linda?
Not until 12,
Okay.
5 till.
So here I was thinking like, it's just intellectually it's hard to understand. Intellectually it's even hard to understand what they say in the teaching. Dungal, dukkha in Sanskrit is, it's not pain. So no, people should not say, Four Noble Truth or truth of suffering. If you start to hear or pain, that's not good. You are not understanding that. It's not pain. So that's why I'm saying complication is much broader than that. It's not just physical pain. It is complications. So dungal, suffering, there's literature translation, Sanskrit, it's a dukkha. Panditji. Oh, maybe Panditji is sleeping, no sleeping, okay.
I'm not speaking. Guess what I'm here.
Just joking. So in Sanskrit, dukkha, what dukkha literally means?
It is, they've broken it down in a couple of ways, but basically it's birth, death, sickness, age, complications in life, samsara. Samsaric life comes with complications of body, speech, and mind also. So dukkha,
Does it have meaning of pain?
dukkha means just, yes, it is not happiness. It is unhappiness is dukkha.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. Like, just think. Just think. I'm not asking you to believe. Just think. We are studying ancient text that's been taught hundreds of years ago. Maybe we will gain something if we pay some attention. Modern way of thinking is not reducing complications we experience. In some way, it's kind of increasing. Many problems that are related to the digital world. 100 years ago, like when first I came here in 1999, we don't have this problem. We don't have that problem. Now, what kind of all kind of problem? What name of progress? More joy or more complication looks like more complications. So here, not here, this is a text that taught by Tibetan master Lama Tsongkhapa. So I just want to share this text with you. Dungal, dukkha, suffering, Tibetan called Dungal, Devya Samba, they are saying is the suffering is the bridge to happiness. Does that make sense now? That's one, something to think about. Then there's like some song, Hindi song, not Tibetan song. That's very, very old. I think there's a movie called like Dosti means friend. very old song, very, very old. In that song, there says, suffering is your friend. Suffering is your friend. Something to think about, something to think about. And maybe there's too much expectations, too big, or wanting to be happy all the time. Maybe that's maybe not going to happen. Just accept the reality. That's probably not going to happen. Why it's not going to happen? Because this body, because this very body, it gets old. You get sick, and eventually you die. You can't skip. American, more powerful country on this planet. American people, more educated. You can't escape. Tibetan, you can escape. This called human problem. Every human has this problem. So that's why maybe expecting happy all the time, that's probably not going to happen. If it's possible to have everlasting happiness according to Buddhism, yes. What do? You cease death. You cease. You stop. You should stop the death. So then there will be no rebirth. There will be no intermediate state. Intermediate state? Best way to explain, maybe some people have never heard. Intermediate state.
The intermediate state? Is that what you're saying?
Intermediate state, pardon.
Yeah. The space between this life and the next rebirth?
Yeah, so there's like 49 days that you go through like a small death every week. Just waiting to take rebirth, to take a new life. So there's a way to cease all this problem. There's a way to cease, but that requires effort. It's not going to happen by just sleeping. That requires constant effort. It's very much needed. So so now look at not the sake of religious belief. Just look at from the practical point of view. If that's the case. Complication at birth, complication is growing. Nobody's getting younger, everybody's growing old. So there's another movie what's called Benjamin Button.
Benjamin Button.
So now going backward doesn't help much. That movie shows. So then like getting old is another problem. Becoming baby is another problem. In that movie, you become younger and younger and younger. Then you become basically in the life you become baby. Then you die. So either way is problem. It doesn't matter. So the movie is interesting. I watched with Stephanie. I think Stephanie showed me. So now there will be complications. It's a part of life. Do you like? Of course you don't like. Now the question is how to deal. What kind of mindset you should have to deal with those problems. This life is not going to be happy all the time. That's not going to happen. Sorry to say, that's the truth. So now, here, this teaching taught by Lama Tsongkhapa, just listen, okay, just listen. I'm not asking you to believe, just listen. Maybe you are missing something. This is like how to deal with, whenever we face problem, how to deal with, what's the best kind of, it all boils down to the mindset, attitude. What you have, physical body, and plus what you have, you could say brain, or you could say mind. That's all. Physically, there's no, how you deal, there's nothing, there's like limited, that's very limited. Thought has no limit. That, and the power of thought cannot be underestimated. Because the thought, people can bear so many things. Yeah, because the power of the thought, people bear so many things, not because the physical is very limited. So anyway, so here the title of this text called Dunga Lamdolona Damga. Damga is the instructions. Instructions. Dunga is complication, whatever you call complication, problem, suffering, whatever word you use, actually it's not good. It's not a good thing. So Lamdolong, so now that Lam literally means path. Very much sounds like bridge. Okay? They are saying in Tibetan, Dunga Deva Samba means suffering is the bridge to happiness. So Lam is more like bridge. Dunga Lam Dulong and Damga Lam Dulong. Making suffering is a bridge to go where? Some place you can breathe, at least you can breathe, relax, you can breathe, not stress out. At least see some meaning, some meaning. So that's the teaching. So I look at Tibetan dictionary, I already write in Google Translate, they don't translate very well. So then my English is broken English, I can't really translate that very well. That's all I can say. Dunga Lamdul Damga instructions how to transform suffering into path. Path to where? Path to some place you see meaning. Yeah, you can bear when you decide to, when your mind decides to get, tattoo, hold my back, colorful tattoo. You decide. You bear the pain. Whatever the meaning, maybe you have meaning. You see some meaning. Yeah, so like, is there pain? It's like, pleasure of a feeling. It's not pleasure of a feeling, it's pain. But you bear. Why you bear that? Because you see some meaning there, meaning. That's very critical, that's very important. That's how you deliberately able to power the mind cannot be underestimated. Because the mind, you can bear so much. Because the power of mind, the mind decided, the mind sees some meaning, you bear pain. Here that when you go to dentist, they give you shot. Shot is also painful, but short period. In monastery, when I was young there, what do you do when your tooth is moving? We just put some string. Yeah, that hurts so much. Yeah, like you just put the weight. There's a way to put the string. You go there, put it like that. But there's some people they tie big stone then to throw. They're probably more brave one, not us. No, we did. That's how you take care of your dentist in monastery. you become your own dentist without like certificate. See, because the mind sees some meaning. So just think about, did you see in the video, certain part of India, they have rituals. People literally walk on the fire with bare foot. How that happened? Because of the mind, not because physical. But it's not, is that pleasure or feeling? No, it's not pleasure, it's burning feeling. People bear, don't complain, they're kind of like deliberately bear. Is it something we can do? Maybe we can do. Some humans doing, you can do. But you need to see some meaning. So maybe that's what Lama Tsong was talking about. Dungal, Lamdul, Damga, taking suffering into the path. Instruction how to take suffering into the path. Maybe let me read, then maybe we learn something here, okay? Dungal Lamdul, Damga, Nyungdushik, Chuna Sumbalasa. So just somebody just wondering, maybe there's like short instructions how to take suffering into the path. That's what I said. Rangre tembe tala la bese. Tuzin to bole me. So then the Lama Tsongkhapa was saying that somebody requested to Lama Tsongkhapa, and some Lama Tsongkhapa was saying, oh, because you requested, so because of that, I'm going to write something. So seems like not very much willing to write the doesn't show a lot of willingness to compose the text because you asked and I'm not. No, dunga lamdo sewan ni riba chades. There's two ways to look at transforming suffering into the path. Two ways to look at. The other is dunga la midebe lo dobas. First, two ways to look at. Two ways to look at the instruction how to transform suffering into the path. The first one, what we have as a human, dungala midebe lo, aversion towards suffering. Kind of form of attachment, aversion, right? Aversion, or like better word, or any other word. Not liking suffering.
Like the dislike of suffering.
Yeah, that's good. Dislike of suffering. That, not just you, we all have. That's our natural thing we have. So then, taking suffering into the path, the instruction, taking suffering into the path, there's two ways to look at. First one is that disliking towards complication, pain, then old age is just going against the reality that there'll be no win. First step, how to deal with disliking pain, how to deal with that mindset, that thought. Then actually accept like transforming suffering into the path. That's the actual practice more likely will happen. In order to do that, transforming suffering into the path, actually doing that practice, and the first what you need to know is how to deal with disliking mindset towards suffering. Dungal sere chisam chaba tesamji imidewe imidafe dir dunglas. So now, just think. As a human, what we do, what kind of like, just imagine that you are having like some kind of pain. So then now you have this aversion towards that pain or disliking towards that pain. Don't want to be alone. So, say first is 1. That's how you measure pain, 1 to 10. One time I almost died. I was so much pain, like excruciating pain, like it felt like somebody just putting like laser blade in my body. It's very hard to think something positive like that. If you have that much pain, like, oh, it's not easy to think. That's why you need to train. Daily basis, you need to prepare. Otherwise, when it happens like that, it's very hard to think something positive because your whole life is taken over by pain. So they're disliking. So then they ask me, 1 to 2. I have no clue. 1 to 2. What is the 1 to 10 or something? I even cannot barely hear the word. Then Stephanie was there. So Kishila said, 1 to 1. I have no idea. 1 to 10. That's not how you measure pain in monastery or India. Then nobody asks you when you pain 1 to 10. So then I have no clue what to say. I can't say Then they ask, are you in pain? You say yes. That's all you ask. Are you in pain? You say yes. very much pain, you say yes. Little, so they say yes, or they whatever. They basically that's how they ask. They never ask 1 to 10. So anyway, so like here, 1. So then maybe that increase that aversion towards that not liking that can increase. That's not helping. Just forget about religious belief. That's not helping. Well, now just think practical level. What kind of thought I should have? As I said, if you are in a lot of pain, it's very hard to have positive thought. I myself experienced that. No, that's like pain that you crawl on floor. That much pain that like it's not just pain. It's like it's really. Yeah, so it's like. And then, so that disliking thought, that's like the human nature. But if that increase, if you let it increase, so it doesn't help the healing process. It does not help the healing process. So now, dunga la midebe lo dobasa, tenne dunga la dunga, da dunga sereza. Chisam chapa teta sere means the more you dislike, if that dislike thought, if that number increase 1 to all the way to 10, then it's not good. Chisam chapa teta mideva. So that's why that mideva means displease mind increase. Dir dunglasa, then you basically, unfortunately, you suffer more. Then because of that, then your mind will be completely screwed up, mess up. Due to the shandan prevision, so then anger rise. Understand? Chima, so then, of course, the pain will tremendously increase. That's the process. Something to be mindful, all my friend, something to be mindful. Ta kebeza, dungal, musebelo cheba, michao nyamdo, semchi topja. Kebe means scholar, well-educated scholar in meaning here, knows all these teachings, scholar. Kebe dungala, musebelo cheba, michao nyamdos. Those scholars, they decided to not to have dislike mind towards pain. So that's what they decided. You know, the spiritual leader of our center called FMT, Lama Shabbat Rinpoche, first got stroke. Rinpoche burst into laugh. That's not something that normal people do. How that happened? Then you also see in the teachings, there are a group of people, there are practitioners who's looking for more pain. How that happened? Saint Francis from Sicily, begging his disciple to criticize him. How that happened? What's the benefit? So, scholar, there's a keba, Mr. Scholar. They decided right from the beginning, to not to have aversions towards pain. Kebe dungala musebe locheba michawo nyamda simji topches. They developed this, the power in their heart, the power of heart, power in the heart, to not to dislike the pain right from the beginning. Based on many reasons, not just based on mere belief, no, based on many reasons, concrete reason. Dungala cheba michawo nyamdo simji top cheba la junse tumatas There's various concrete reason. They walk with those reason. They walk with those reason. Maybe way before their pain. Not like when they're pain. They walk before. They walk with those reasons why you should not have aversion towards pain or suffering or complication. 양도 제바지 닝덥잖아 동안 전부잖아 동안 미주 닝덥 is power in your heart. If you have that power, manage to develop that power based on various reasons. 닝덥잖아 동안 전부잖아 동안 미주. Even the big problems will not make you, I say, even this big problem has very little impact on your mind. If you have this power, if you manage to build this power based on various reasons in your heart, even there's big things happen, there will be very little impact on your mind. 다 닝덥잖아 누가 도마도 집에 한다 닝덥잖아 동아심이 동아미주스. You will not suffer. You will not suffer. Even though suffering is too big, you will not suffer. Even the suffering is very big, you will not suffer if you have managed to build this power in your heart based on various reasons. 다 이제 닝도 중심되나 닝도 중심 다되나 there's almost very little power in your heart, very little. And like that little means shivering, you know. So that little means shivering, meaning like scare. The meaning, this analogy used for you are like terrified or scared, terrified. So then, unfortunately, you will suffer, even though suffering is very small, you will suffer. Don't worry, Jewish there. Pena, powers, pena, now analogy they're going to use. Pena, powers, ram may be taught on paden labachishins. This is very true. Some people, not me, so when I see my blood, I'm almost going to faint. So whenever I go to lab test, maybe Dr. Brown knows, I don't want to watch. Kind of that my mind tells, oh, don't watch, it helps, but no. Sometimes the nurse says, look at here, make sure that your name is correct, so then I have to look. Not that I have to look at my. So that they usually don't look. Some people in the battlefield, when they are wounded, when they see the blood, they become more, how to say, like aggressive. They just that like because of that they really want the will to fight increase, tremendous increase. Some people when they see they faint, like me, they just faint, just forget about fighting and faint. So that is the power in the heart. Some people just get more like powerful. Some people, they just faint. The analogy they use. Then I think that analogy is also used into the Guide to Buddhist Way of Life, composed by Master Shantideva in around 8th century. In that book, that analogy has been used. The power rang may be taught on us. People like what you call the war, like hero, or like, you know, so like those people when they see, so they just want. There's another person, even just seeing somebody, just seeing that will faint. Just forget about that. Is this like that? That analogy having managed to build the power in your heart, even the suffering is very big, you will not suffer. If you have not that power in your heart, if you're terrified of the small suffering, even the suffering is small, you will suffer. So that's what Lama Tsongkhapa said. Maybe I'll read a few paragraphs, then I'll do medicine for the practice, okay? Ta lamdo tangwala se, lamdo tangwala. So that is about how to deal with disliking towards pain or suffering. How to deal with that. One way. So now the second, that's the one way to, first, in order to actually taking suffering into the path, first and foremost thing is how to deal with this disliking towards suffering. So you need to deal with that. Ta lamdo tamala rangla te de lamdo chavada shenla te de lamdo chavani is. So now transforming suffering into the path based on your need, based on yourself, based on doing that for you and doing that for others. There's two ways of doing that. Okay? Lamdo tongala rangla te de lamdo chavada means first one is for yourself. The second one is for somebody else that you care. Now you already managed to build this power in your heart. Not to terrify, based on a few concrete reasons. That reason that you utilize that reason, then you manage to build this power in your heart. So even though the power suffering sounds like big, you will not suffer because of that power. So then after that, after having this power in your heart, manage to develop that power in your heart, whenever you are suffering, so now what you need? You need wisdom. Wisdom. What is the definition of wisdom? How you define wisdom?
Which wisdom?
General wisdom.
Being able to distinguish between the good and bad qualities.
No, in America, how you define wisdom? What is the definition of wisdom in America? Not America, but English language. How you define? What do you mean wisdom? What do you mean? What do you mean? Huh? Oh,
Accumulation of knowledge.
Oh.
Understanding reality.
So, anything else? So now, yeah, you can ask Gulgul now.
Wisdom is more than just knowledge. It's the ability to apply deep understanding with discernment and compassion.
We have a couple online as well.
Yeah.
The quality of being wise.
Okay.
And also learning from your mistakes.
Now, Lamala, please, you say.
That's a mental factor that distinguishes the good qualities or bad qualities of an object to be ascertained.
That is the definition according to Buddhist philosophy. Able to distinguish between good quality, bad quality, right or wrong. Means like the ability. You could say qualities, able to distinguish between, right or wrong, good or bad, all that. That's called wisdom. That's how you define wisdom according to Buddhist philosophy. So that's here, the Sherab top, the power of wisdom. topdan dembala yünde tembişir, gavarşı çadesa. Şerapçı topdan dembala yünde tembişir. Because the power of wisdom generate knowledge. Sibale ngeba juye samba cheba, sibale ngeba juye samba cheba, chabla yitemba cheba. Cheba sewa cheba tang, digla zemba, gewala gawa, simjala njitembe shiros. There's a lot of them, lot of, there's not just one, there's 3, 4, 5. This is, gawashi chadesa, siba le ngeba juya samba chebas. Siba, no, called cyclic existence, cyclic. What that means, cycle, there's go around. Basically, like, according to Buddhism, no life is perfect. Every life has issues. So now, the big question arises, what is the root? What is the root of all this problem? What is the root? Why is all this happening? Why? The moment you think, oh, somebody decide, big mistake. There's very limited solutions. What are you going to do? If somebody decide, you have nothing to do. There's nothing you can do. Or caused by my friend. Because of my friend, I'm suffering so much. So now, in Buddhism, it's called samsara. Just look up. Just read. Don't have to believe, just read. What you are missing. If you are missing something, just read. And what is it? What is it? Called samsara, Sanskrit, called cyclic in English. Cyclic exists in Tibetan called korwa. Kor means go round, go round and round. What is it? Just look, just educate. So it doesn't mean that you have to become Buddhist. You don't need to become Buddhist. Just educate, just read. So then once you understand this nature of what's called samsara, oh, now I understand. I never thought like that, and even never thought occurred to me to learn something like that. Now learn, okay, now I understand what is happening. Or now question, do you like? Oh, I don't like. Liberate, free yourself. You don't have to be there, free. So then freeing yourself will happen once you understand that this complex of this nature of samsara. If you don't like, free. You have choice. It's not like you don't have choice. We have choice. Chab means like, as a Buddhist, you take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. Then in Christian, you take refuge in Jesus. Every religion different, It doesn't matter. So like, chab is like, that's what it's called, chab. Itemba chabas. Oh. As a Buddhist, that we follow Shakyamuni Buddha, who came to India 2,500 years ago. Chaba sewa chaba, so chaba means pride. Yeah, of course. Whenever we have we are suffering, there is no pride. Pride will reduce, automatically reduce. At least there's some benefit. Some benefit, that's not like imagining how to be pride when you are sick. Digla zembas. Then digla zembas, being more cautious towards saying something negative, thinking something negative, physically doing something negative. You can restrain sake of religious belief. That's okay. Most important things, practical level, as I've been saying this last almost 27 years. Look around, please, all my friends. Each one of us. You are American, I'm Tibetan, you're born here, I'm born in Sikkim. But there is fundamental things that we need to understand. Dunga Tamutsame meditation. This word is very powerful. Dunga Tamutsame meditation. Nobody wants any sufferings. Nobody. Even the smallest one, nobody. Assuming that somebody deserves suffering, that's ignorance. It's not good. Dunga Tamutsame meditations. Dela Namya Chosen, when it comes, nobody satisfied with happiness, joy, or pleasure, or comfort. Nobody. What is that? That is the fact. There's nothing to religious belief, that's a fact. Therefore, it makes sense. It makes sense to restrain from saying something negative nobody wants to hear. Buddhist doesn't want to hear, Christian doesn't want to hear, atheist doesn't want to hear, nobody wants to hear. Then why you say? When you say if you make someone unhappy, it's very hard to be happy making someone miserable. That's hard to believe. As a human, that's hard to believe. You may say from your mouth, but deep down, you don't feel good. You know it. Maybe you're afraid to admit. Why? Because human nature is good. It's about not about that you get immense benefit, being kind, being caring, being loving, respecting. It's all good things. It's all good things. No, practically, you get a lot of benefit. Meditation, prayer, daily meditation, encourage you to do that. Encourage you to be more mindful. That's the mechanism they use, saying prayer, meditation, remind yourself constantly. Oh, so that's why Digla Jambas being like Zen is careful. Zen literally means careful. Being careful about your speech, your thought, your physical action, being careful about. Gyawala Gawas, becoming more interested, more happy to say something nice word, or when you go to grocery shopping, people who are working the cashier, and just saying, "Oh, your hair looks good, your earring looks good, you look beautiful," doesn't cost much. The Mother Teresa said, "It doesn't cost anything, just to say, And it will be helpful. It will be good for you if somebody smiles. When you see somebody smiling, it's good for you. It's good for you. And if you see somebody's not smiling, who knows? Maybe they are going to bed there. Maybe they are having big fight. You can't judge. Every problem has answer, but we don't implement. Then you are seeing that don't judge book by cover. But we just say what it means. It means nothing. So you just use some occasionally. We don't like to be educated ourselves. We like to be educated other people. We don't like to be educated ourselves. If someone else educates, you don't like that either. So then we like to we like to correct somebody else right away. But we hear, then we come with all excuses like, "Oh, it's okay, driving together, you cross the red line. Oh, then you educate 15 minutes text. Don't do that again. You cross. Oh, that's mistakes. Okay, let's not talk about that. Finish." And that's so being careful about unkind word, unkind thought, unkind physical actions. Why? Nobody enjoys. Nobody. Or thinking somebody enjoys, mistake. Or thinking you'll get something, mistake, you are not going to get anything. You lose your peace of mind. That's what you lose. Something you cannot buy. You can go to Costco, they don't sell peace of mind. So that's what happened. Liking to do something good. People say, "Oh, so kind, so nice," always kind of positive. Yeah, people enjoy being around. We like to be surrounded by loving people. And if you are like having some health issue, it will help the healing process. If you're surrounded by all this like unruly being, negative people, it's hard, even hard to heal, you know. Not to heal. Best way of healing is to take it, to understand fundamental things, to then, you know, think of each other. So then you get maximum benefit. Yeah, so we stop here. So then next time I'll continue to read, okay, continue to read. So maybe a few minutes, maybe do short medicine Buddha meditations. Here, see this big one. I mean, this actually is a healing practice. What I want you, I will do this. I will say the prayer. You just meditate. Okay, just meditate. So then mantra. Then after that we'll do together. First, you just meditate. According to medicine Buddha practice, the healing energies comes with it. 7 different, actually 7 different forms, but the different colors. So I will guide you. So then just visualize. Okay. So then I will say the name of that healing, particular healing Buddha. You just visualize. The first. Above, like not to touch, not all the way to touch. Then above here, please visualize the healing energy form of like yellow light. Like you could, the shape doesn't matter. Could be ball, it could be anything. Just visualize something, and which symbolize a healing energy. Okay. Just visualize that. It's not just healing physical things. Tuksum, 3 poisons. Attachment, anger, ignorance, 3 poisons. And these are main obstacles for the healing process. So then together with all the diseases, illnesses. So then also visualize, if you know someone who's like going through physical difficulty, mental difficulties, there's all kind of mental difficulties. Just visualize on their head, this yellow color energy, yellow color energy. So now, then I will say that particular healing Buddha associated with that color. So then I will say the name 7 times. Then you, after the very end, and I will snap my finger. So then visualize that light dissolve into your body. And specifically, if you have some pain, just visualize, dissolve into that pain, then completely eliminate the pain. Okay. First, visualize the yellow light. Namo Ratna Taya Chunde Tishapan Rajama Yanda Manzobe Sanje Tseleba Yonda Bajin Jabula Chazolo Chundo Chunde Tishapan Rajama Yanda Manzobe Sanje Tseleba Yonda Bajin Jabula Chazolo Chundo Chunde Tishapan Rajama Yanda Manzobe Sanje Tseleba Yonda Bajin Jabula Chazolo Chundo Chunde Tishapan Rajama Yanda Manzobe Sanje Seleba yonda bajin jabo la chazo lo chodo jodo jo chumde de tije jabo la maya da mazo bedanje. Seleba yonda bajin jabo la chazo lo chodo jodo jo chumde de tije jabo la maya da. Zobe sanje seleba yonda bajin jabo la chazo lo chodo jodo jo chumde de tije jabo la maya da. Seleba yonda bajin jabo la chazo lo chodo jabzo che. Now please visualize the light dissolve through your crown chakra on whatever the illnesses that you have. So just imagine that dissolve in there. So now the second one also the yellow color. Second one, no, there's a gold, but it's, just visualize it. Gold, yellow color, same. Then I will do the 7, again, the name associated with that, third healing Buddha, okay? 좀 되는 되게 잡아다 잡아야 다바 조배다 제시 보쳤다 다와다 빼매라다 잡아 개바세 제나야 제 잡을라 찾아로 좀 되는 되게 잡아다 잡아야 다바 조배다 제시 보쳤다 다와다 빼매라다 잡아 개바세 제나야 제 잡을라 찾아로 저도 좀 되는 되게 잡아다 잡아야 다바 조배다 제 림보차다 다와다 빼매라다 잡아 개바세 제나야 제 잡을라 찾아로 저도 좀 되는 되게 잡아다 잡아야 다바 림보차단 다와다 빼매라도 잡아 켜봐서 제 다해지 잡을라 쳐서는 쳐도 잡아줘 좀 되네. 대신 잡아나 잡아야 남아서 배단제 림보차단 다와다 빼매라도 잡아 켜봐서 제 다해지 잡을라 좀 되네. 대신 잡아나 잡아야 남아서 배단제 림보차단 다와다 빼매라도 잡아 켜봐서 제 다해지 잡을라 쳐서는 쳐도 잡아줘 좀 되네. 대신 잡아나 잡아야 남아서 배단제 림보차단 다와다 빼매라도 잡아 켜봐서 제 다해지 잡을라 찾음 쳐도 잡zon지. Again, same visualizations, please. Now the third one, there will be 7. So now the third one, again, same yellow color. 좀 되는 대신 잡아나 잡아야 다바 조배단제 세상 팀에 전난도 수도발라 차절로 초도 전단저 좀 되는 대신 잡아나 잡아 야다바 조배단제 세상 팀에 전난도 수도발라 차절로 전단저 좀 되는 대신 잡아나 잡아야 다바 조배단제 세상 팀에 전난도 수도발라 차절 좀 되는 대신 잡아나 잡아야 다바 조배단제 세상 팀에 전난도 수도발라 좀 되는 데야 잡아나 잡아야 다바서 배단제 세상에 매래잖아도 주는 모노 좀 되는 데지 잡아나 잡아야 다바서 배단제 세상에 매래잖아도 주는 모노 자자노 좀 되는 데야 잡아나 잡아야 다바서 배단제 세상에 매래잖아도 주는 모노 자자노 저도 저도 Again, same visualization, okay, same visualization. Dissolve through your crown chakra. If you have physical issues, then just think, dissolve there and heal. You know the fourth, coral color, coral. 좀 되는 데야 잡아나 잡아야 다바서 배단제 냥에 매줘 발라 자자노 좀 되는 데야 잡아나 잡아야 다바서 배단제 냥에 매줘 발라 자자노 좀 되는 데야 잡아 냥에 매줘 발라 자자노 좀 되는 데야 잡아나 잡아야 다바서 배단제 냥에 매줘 발라 자자노 좀 되는 대신 잡아다 잡아야 나마도 배단제 냥에 매줘 발라 자자노 저도 좀 되는 대신 잡아 조배단제 냥에 매줘 발라 자자노 저도 좀 되는 대신 잡아나 잡아야 나마도 배단 냥에 매줘 발라 자자노 저도 잡소원지 same visualizations. You know, any difficulty, just any difficulty, stress, anxiety, fear, uncertainty, all like all of them, you know, you have just visualize, okay, to heal. There's so much healing needs to be done. Now the pink color. 좀 되는 데야 잡아나 잡아야 다바서 배단제 초다 장제야나 자자로 전도 좀 되는 데야 잡아나 잡아야 다바서 배단제 초다 장제야나 자자로 초도 좀 되는 데야 잡아나 잡아야 다바서 배단제 초다 장제야나 자자로 초도 좀 되는 데야 잡아나 잡아야 다바서 배단제 초다 장제야나 자자로 초도 좀 되는 데야 잡아나 Chodan Janzo Yala Janzo Lo, Chodan Janzo Jawa Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Chodan Janzo Yala Janzo Lo. Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Chodan Janzo Yala Janzo Lo, Chodan Janzo Jawa. Same visualization. Now number 6, red color. Healing energy, form of red color. Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Chujato Chuke, Learn number of Mumbachimbe, Javula, Chazolo, Chodan Janzo. Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Chujato Chuke, Learn number of Mumbachimbe, Javula, Chazolo, Chodan. Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Chujato Chuke, Learn number of Mumbachimbe, Javula, Chazolo. Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Chujato Chuke, Learn number of Mumbachimbe, Javula, Chazolo, Chodan. Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Chujato Chuke, Learn number of Mumbachimbe. Chodan Jandan Jawa Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Chujato Chuke, Learn number. Chazolo Chodan Jandan Jawa Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Chujato Chuke, Learn number. Mumbachimbe Javola Chazolo Chodo Javlo Che same visualization. Now please visualize the bright blue light, bright blue light. So that is light is like the healing energies, the combination of 7 healing energies which we've just been visualizing. Combination of 7 healing energies, now all that into this bright blue light, lapis lazuli color. Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Minji La Bindu Javola Chazo Lonja Donja Donja, Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Minji La Bindu Javola Chazo Lonja. Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Minji La Bindu Javola Chazo Lonja Donja, Chumde de Zobelanje, Minji La Bindu Javola Chazo Lonja Donja, Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Minji La Bindu Javola Chazo. Chumde de Tisha Shabana Jamayanda Banzo Belanje, Minji La Bindu Javola Chazo Lonja, Chumde de Tisha Shabana. Minji La Bindu Javola Chazo Lonja Donja. Same visualization. Now that light dissolves through your crown chakra and heal all the diseases, everything that's all the problem that caused by anger, attachment, ignorance, completely, been healed. So that color, the last color, it has like that color. That's why in ancient time people wear the jewelry that made out of lapis lazuli. It has some healing power. So this color, the bright blue color, so that also have the color also has healing energies. Yeah, I think that's traditionally that's how they paint it, like altar, inside altar, all blue. So they have some significant meaning. So now mantra, maybe repeat after me 3 times, okay? The long one is kind of long, so the first long one, 3 times. Om Namo Bhagavate Bekaze Guru Bendriya Tamba Ranzaya Tata Gataya Arhate Samyak Sam Teyatha Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza, Samugade, Soha, two more, okay? Namo, Bhagavate, Bekaze, Guru, Bendriya, Tamba, Ranzaya, Tata, Gataya, Arhate, Samya Sam, Teyatha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza, Samugade, Soha, last one. Namo, Bhagavate, Bekaze, Guru, Bendriya, Tamba, Ranzaya, Tata, Gataya, Arhate, Samya Sam, Teyata, Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza, Samugade, Soha. Now the short one. Teyata, Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza, Samugade, Soha. Two more, okay. Teyata, Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza, Samugade, Soha. Teyata, Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza, Samugade, Soha. So now just listen, okay? Teaton Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza, Samu, Teaton Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza, Samu, Teaton Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza, Samu, Teaton Bekaze, Bekaze. Ranza Samugade, so Teaton Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza, Teaton Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza, Teaton Ranza Samugade, so Teaton Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza, Samu, Teaton Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza, Samugade, Teaton. Ranza Samugade, so Teaton Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza Samugade, so Teaton Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza Samugade. Ranza Samugade, so Teaton Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza Samugade, so Teaton Bekaze, Bekaze, Maha, Bekaze, Bekaze, Ranza Samugade. Gyawadi, New to the Sajamela, and watching the Monavati, Sana, Gabaja, Nevachi. Pamas and Jatam Jetta, and Rotam Jetta, don't want to change some Bakana, Chonakun, and no one, Chonakun. Oh, yeah. So then from now on, so whenever you eat, so like people probably you are familiar, like before we eat, we bless the food. Basically, there's some, of course, that we make offering to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. There's some stanza that says, "Kase menda dawaribais," seeing food as a medicine, not just food, as a medicines. So it's good to learning this mantra. You can bless your medication. You can just, when you drink, just say Teatam Bekaze, Bekaze, Maham Bekaze, Ranza Samugade, so then just blow them, drink. Then become medicine. When you eat, same thing. So medication you take, you say just Teatam Bekaze, Bekaze, Maham, they just take, become more powerful. Okay. Yeah, I think now time is over, so yeah, so we'll stop here.
Please turn to page 246 in the Gold Prayer Book, and we'll say the dedication verses from Master Shantideva. May all beings everywhere, plagued by sufferings of body and mind, obtain an ocean of happiness and joy by virtue of our merits. May no living creature suffer, commit evil, or ever fall ill. May no one be afraid or belittled with a mind weighed down by depression. May the blind see forms and the deaf hear sounds. May those whose bodies are worn with toil be restored on finding repose. May the naked find clothing, the hungry find food. May the thirsty find water and delicious drinks. May the poor wealth, those weak with sorrow find joy. May the forlorn find hope, constant happiness, and prosperity. May there be timely rains and bountiful harvests. May all medicines be effective and wholesome prayers bear fruit. May all who are sick and ill quickly be freed from their ailments. Whatever diseases there are in the world, may these never occur again. May the frightened cease to be afraid, and those bound be freed. May the powerless find power, and may people think of benefiting each other. For as long as space remains, for as long as sentient beings remain, until then may I too remain to dispel the miseries of the world. Now, page 244, the Long Life Prayer for His Holiness. In the land encircled by snow mountains, you are the source of all happiness and good. All-powerful Chenrezig Tenzin Gyatso, please remain until samsara ends. And the next page for the Long Life Prayer for Khensa Rinpoche, the one who mastered his speech at a very young age, the one with great patience who received the name Avatari, the one with great precision who spread the teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa on bliss and void, Lama, ornament of the yellow hat tradition, please remain until samsara ends. And inside the back cover, the prayer for the swift return of Lama Zopa Rinpoche. Peerless teacher and assembly of the children of the victorious one, Shravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas, victorious Losang father and sons, along with the lineage masters, all the objects of refuge of the infinite lands, please bestow the virtue and goodness of accomplishing this prayer here and now. Holding and spreading the Muni's precious and complete teachings through explanation and practice, you wore the armor of patience that is never discouraged. Incomparable, venerable Guru, to you I make requests. While striving single-pointedly for the sake of the victorious one's teachings, the sole gateway through which all benefit and happiness emerge, and from other living beings, you suddenly departed to peace. What a great loss. Nevertheless, through the undeceiving truth of the blessings of the ocean of the three jewels and the great waves of bodhicitta of the children of the victorious ones, may the smile of a reincarnation swiftly beam in glory for fortunate disciples. And inside the front cover, the prayer for Geshe Gelug's long life. Supreme Guide, you lead us on the many paths of virtue. A shining sun, you give us the best of excellent explanations. Supreme virtuous friend, you are a constant Dharma companion. Lama, who has renounced fame, may you ever remain. And for Geshe Sangpo, you who have steadfast ignorance of virtuous qualities and keep the instructions of the glorious Guru in your heart, you who pass day and night with noble activities, great virtuous friend, may you have a very long life. Om Tari Tu Re So Ha. 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 Om Tari Tu Re So Ha.
And there are some announcements. Monica, were you going to do them? Yeah.
Good morning. My name is Monica, and Trina and I will be doing a garden and stupa day on Saturday, June 7th, from 9 to 1. We ask for everyone to join and come and help us clean up the stupa, clean the gardens, no experience needed. If you have gloves and tools, we're welcome for you to bring them. We're also going to try the power wash. Let's see what we're going to do. Trim pampas, grass, and trees, weed and clean the gardens, plant new flowers, clean out and organize the sheds if possible, wash the stupa, clean the windows, pressure wash,
Gracias, besitos.
and the brick path.
Gracias.
And there will be a special project for the kids to work on. We're hoping we can do a pollination garden in this area where the children can do that and maybe put up a sign that they can see. I'll talk about that. But yes, our rain date, if it rains on that Saturday, it'll be the following Saturday, the 14th. So we will have drinks and lunch. So bring a cup that you can put the water in, and hopefully we'll see you there. Thank you. Thank you.
So that's on June 7th, and then the week right after that, on Wednesday, June 11th, is Sakadawa. And Sakadawa is one of the 4 main Buddha holy days, and it represents the birth, enlightenment, and parinirvana of the Buddha. And so it's a very, very auspicious day where all of our actions are multiplied a lot, especially on that particular day. And Geshe-la has very kindly offered to confer refuge ceremony for those of you who have never taken refuge before and would like to. As Geshe-la explained, I think even today, as a Buddhist, not a Buddha yet. As a Buddhist, we take refuge in the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, and kind of take that as Buddhism as our path, as our spiritual path. Sorry, not saying this very clearly. So there's lots of information online. If you've never taken refuge before, you do need to register because you will receive a refuge name during the ceremony, and there's more information about what it's all about online, but you can also talk to me. Donna as well is a wealth of knowledge. So just, find one of us and let us know if you have any questions about that. Yeah, definitely read about refuge before you make this decision, okay? It's a big one. And again, there's information online and links to where you can read about refuge and taking the refuge ceremony. So again, that's Wednesday, June 11th, and that will be in the evening from 7 till about 8:30, okay? And then Donna's got one too.
So next Sunday, right after the teachings, we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're having a community gathering and the board's annual meeting. And we're putting the two together because we used to just get policy wonks coming to the board's annual meeting. And it's really a lot of fun. We're going to have just a few short presentations to give you a chance to kind of get up to date on the direction of our center, how we're doing financially, how we're doing in lots of what's coming up in spiritual programs. Linda's just working like a demon. No, not like a demon. She's working hard. She's working like a bodhisattva, a powerful bodhisattva, providing lots and lots of things coming up, and then you can also learn about ways to volunteer. And then Elisa's got a wonderful finger food, snacky kind of lunchies thing for us to enjoy. So all this will be happening right after the teachings next Sunday. Stay, have a little fun, meet some more people, and we'll love to have you there. Thank you.
Goodbye, everyone online. Thanks for joining us today.